Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
Buenos días a todos, sean bienvenidos para la fecha 4 de nuestra Manske Racing and Performance Porsche Cup presentada por GT Champions. El día de hoy estamos aquí en GTC TV, patrocinado por Origin Micro en Monza, Italia. Así que disfruten la carrera, den like, suscríbanse, participen en el chat. Bienvenidos.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another race. Welcome to GT Champions and our GTC broadcast of the Manske Racing and Performance Porsche Cup Round 4, baby. It's here. This is going to be quite the race today, folks. Appreciate you all coming by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, post, hashtag, whatever your fancy is. Let's get the word out there. Let people come watch this amazing racing and a really fun broadcast with me and the rest of the crew. So it's going to be a good time here at Monza. For us, while we're watching, we'll talk about the weather coming up here shortly, and that, my friends, is going to be quite the interesting round. Thank you to Origin Micro for all that you do as we bring us the next round. Monza, baby. What a track this is. Love this track. Probably one of the most recognizable track names in motorsport. And the different setups that you can have for this track, super fun. Lap record, a 148.1. We'll see how close people get to that. That was in this very car, this very year in the Italia Cup. So, or I guess they might say their Cup Italia, right? So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a really long track. You can see lots of straights and a couple good chicanes and a Ascari at the and 8, 9, and 10 there. That one's going to be a make or break it for people heading down to that final turn in Parabolica. A lot of great stuff, but I'm telling you, turn 1 and 2, that's going to be the big pain point today. We've got about 20 plus cars on the track today, and they're all going to hit that chicane at the exact same time. And with a car that has 0 traction control and 0 braking assists, right? No ABS or anything, and tons of horsepower. We're going to have all these cars full send going into turn 1. I don't foresee a clean turn 1 at Monza ever, but we'll see how well the drivers do with this car heading in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Welcome to all of you who are here to watch and hang out with us, drivers and viewers alike. Good luck today. So in the booth today, you'll find myself Chris. I'll be doing our play-by-play here with some help from my buddy Jason. We call him Fry. And a little bit of help from a buddy across the pond, Mr. Till Steinert. Hey, Till.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I was muted. I said hi and
He said a whole sentence before he realized.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Till is our chief marshal today, and I think he's going to be keeping an eye on any safety situations we might see out on track today. And we'll talk with Fry here in a minute. Pix running all the design and production there in the back. Good morning, Pix.
Hi.
Hi. I love it. I do. So he'll be running all the cameras and occasionally dropping some knowledge and wisdom on us while we're going through.
Zero knowledge.
Zero. Eitan Benezer hanging out, keeping an eye on things as our angel up above, keeping track of all things here. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So the Luke Manske Racing and Performance, pretty cool cat. We had him on a couple rounds ago and got to talk to him and let people figure out, who he is, what he does. You can always go back and watch that and listen to his interview, which was I'd say about 20 something minutes into the race. But yeah, these guys have a lot of it's an interesting little company he's got going where it's a real mix of IRL and sim racing stuff, and it's a lot of fun. So go check them out. All their socials are there at the bottom of the image, and of course there's information in the description. Yes, sir.
His website is ready, so now he just
Yay,
launched it this week, so people can go check out his website and
Nice.
learn a little bit more about what he has for everyone.
Yeah, so go check it out, LukeManskiRacing.com. So thanks, Luke Manske Racing. All right, we are at round 4 at Monza, and I'm telling you folks, I'm looking at the weather, and we are about to have some water droplets hitting the track probably in the next 5 minutes. And in the next 25 minutes, it looks like a 90% chance of rain. So this track, who all week long has been saying 8% chance of rain, everybody that's in this race needs to go buy a lottery ticket right when the race is over, because if your 8% odds go to 100%, you're in the good standings. So speaking of standings, here's our pro standings after last round, and it is John Schwartz up at the top of the heap with TJ and Toby Stoll rounding out your top 3. Still too early to tell, and we have not done any of the drop rounds yet, so keep an eye on that soon. The Pro-Am class, Andre Duna leads by a pretty significant amount, but Lorenzo and David Griffin, there's still plenty of room there, and Jordan Navarro. And look at that, Patrick Rich only 1 point behind him, so still a good solid battle happening in the Pro-Am class. And then in the AM class, Jamie Fleming is having a really great season. And Nate Kurtzman and Kit, how did we say? Oh, Kitsjensekorn. Ratchison, that's right.
Ratchison.
There we go. Ratchison. I'll do better. Anyway, those guys only 4 points apart from each other in the standings, so really close there. Still plenty of racing to do between those folks. So still plenty of racing. We still have 5 more rounds to go after this, folks. So we're not even to the halfway part of the season. When we get halfway through this race, then we'll be at the halfway point. So anyway, and of course, shout out to our global sponsor, Origin Micro. I just spoke to him this week. Folks, he has pulled out, I don't know how he did it, but he has gotten some real traction with the MSI guys. And has a custom part list, and we were going to have it this week, but we ran out of time. Next week, hopefully. So yeah, putting together some killer deals and systems for people that want to get into iRacing or upgrade their equipment. So anyway, but you can go check them out for all the other stuff you do in your professional or personal or home office, either way, at originmicro.com. Thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate you. We do. Oh my. couple of people still looks like there's still one more person trying to get their qualifying done. So here we go. 66 degrees outside. It says a 58% chance, or that's the humidity rather. Um, it's cloudy out right now, that's for sure. And I'm looking at the radar and I see rain on the track field. I see droplets falling from the sky. So, yep, I do see it. Uh, so yeah, folks, these guys are out. Actually, I think they just finished the qualifier. Luckily, they got it done before the rain started falling. Now everyone's gonna have to get on those wet tires. It's gonna be crazy. So it'll be good. How does a wet track with no ABS on turn 1 at Monza turn out? I've got my finger on the yellow flag button, Pix. I have a feeling we're gonna need some of that. I don't think the rain is falling everywhere on track. Oh, there's some right there. It's yeah, yeah, it's falling in some places of the track. It hasn't hit the whole track yet. It's oh yes, it has now. I see that it has. So oh boy. And there's all right, folks. I'm gonna turn you over to my boy Fry, and I'm gonna go tell the drivers a couple things.
Oh, definitely a rainy day. See if everybody's ready for that. Looks like 24th will be Luke Manske, 23rd Jordan Navarro, unless you want to go backwards. All right, Jonathan Schwartz will lead us off. Mateo in second, Andre Duna in third, Anthony Lamer in fourth, David Griffin in fifth, Alexander Tite in sixth, Tim Conley in seventh, Leon Close in eighth. I think it was like mostly pro drivers up there as well. Toby Stoll in ninth, Nick Della Rosa with a great top 10 start. Ratchetson in 11th, Matthew Mai in 12th, Rafael Rodriguez 13th. Was that Trinicorn? In 14th, Jarmo in 15th, Jamie Fleming in 16th. Yeah, that is one heck of a last name. I got to give him credit on that one. Jesse Cortez, Michael Piccinini in 18th, Nate Kurtzman in 19th, Dan Spritt in 20th, Patrick Rich 21st, Flavio in 22nd, Jordan Navarro 23rd, and Luke Manske in 24th. As previously noted. So definitely a crazy turn 1, a little bit wet out, and I'm pretty sure no one has had any practice on a wet track. They've all practiced on the dry track, they qualified on a dry track, and now lap 1, turn 1, right at the start is going to be a little wet, so hopefully everybody made the correct tire choice. They just get the wet tires, right? There's no like intermediates or anything like that. So that's kind of a choice to make right there at the start of a race. To run a tire you have no practice on.
Yeah, everybody's on wets confirmed.
Yep.
Yep,
So
I see that.
Everybody did go to wets. We don't have any brave souls trying to risk it, which is good because that usually ends disastrous.
Well, just to clear up a little bit of the weather. So right now we have it's fully overcast, right? And it is a 100% precipitation from now until about just about the end of the race. So I think this is going to be a race that is going to be fully on wet tires for the entirety of it. I already see some water coming off the back of some of the cars. You can see there. Ooh, I do not envy these guys having to drive this today. I did give them the knowledge, like, hey, yo, brake early, brake often. You got a lot happening coming into turn 1.
Rocks and
which
water.
they're about.
Rocks and water.
Rocks and water. What does that mean? Dirt and water make mud? Yeah, mud and slip tires. I'm not sure. All right.
Rocks or hail.
Yep. And here we go. It's green lights and, in our case, red lights. John Schwartz trying to keep that inside line. He is getting oh, look at all that. Hang in there, guys. Slow down, slow down. Let's keep it together. Everyone be patient. Come on. Oh, look at this. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. Woohoo. Way to
Chris,
go,
you
drivers.
oh ye
That
of
is
little
awesome.
faith in these drivers.
It's not about faith, it's about experience. So here they go on the wet tires, and look at that. Oh, I thought Jonathan Schwartz did fall. Oh, he did. Mateo got in front of him. Newcomer takes the lead of the race from Jonathan Schwartz. Andre Duna running in third. And back here, everyone just trying to cut through. Matthew Mai says, I need to avoid the contact. Save that fight for another lap.
Use the escape road. Very, very important in that part of the track.
Indeed, indeed. You know, this first lap is going to be a telltale. Here goes a move on the inside from somebody back there, right in front of Luke Manske. Side-by-side action up there, and the move is made. I don't know who that was in the couple of cars up there, but anyway, nice move. David Griffin running up in third in the Pro-Am class. Side-by-side, Luke and Jesse. Luke gets in front. I think those are teammates.
Those were two guys thinking better of it.
Got to get these number cards right, or the colors right, so I can remember where we're at. So Mateo running up front. There's Andre Duna running second in on track, but he is currently first in the Pro-Am class. Yeah, he's going to be a tough one to beat, you guys. I think his I rating and safety rating were a little bit under par. Ugh. Oh, someone gets a little on the grass. Yeah, they're going to have to run that one off.
They did the smart thing, just go straight.
Yep, go straight. Come back, fight for that on another lap. As long as you don't gain a position, but it'll slow him down.
It's a downside. You're going to lose
third.
a lot of positions. I said you're going to lose a lot of positions having the escape road, but it is better than the alternative.
Yeah, the alternative is you can go park the car and not have to drive in the rain and not get any points. So, yeah I think the escape road's the best plan.
Yep. Not seeing any puddles yet, but it has been a consistent rain, so we'll have to see if it slows down. But I would guess that they're going to be on.
Oh, it's not. I'm looking at the radar, folks, and the big stuff is going to be here in about 5 or 10 minutes. And so right now it's a light green, letting us know it's rain is falling. A big band of dark green is on its way in here a few minutes. So it's going to get worse before it gets better for the drivers. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Windshield wipers already going on many of the cars.
That is the news that most of them wanted to hear, too.
That it's going to get worse before it's better. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is going to be... Alex asks, I want to know if the track state changes. It sure does. You can see when they first started, you didn't have that big of a rooster tail of water back behind the cars. Now you can see they're throwing a really good spray back there. It's going to get worse, like I said.
And you'll start to see like puddles. You'll start to see the track get like that sheen where you can just see the sitting water on it. So they really do a good job of making that like as real as possible. And the drivers have said when you hit a puddle, you're not stopping.
They're stuck together. The Velcro. Pull the Velcro apart. Oh, that was for position right there. So that was Mr. Stoll getting the move done on Mr. Connolly. And yeah, you know, I heard a couple of the drivers say, I really should have practiced this in the wet. I was like, well, yeah, maybe.
I guarantee you not one of them practiced in the wet on wet tires. I guarantee it was all dry.
Hey, look at Rafael Rodriguez running in the top 10, sitting in the podium places for the Pro-Am class. Look at him. Way to go. Yeah, these drivers are doing a pretty good job here in the rain. They kept it pretty clean. I haven't seen anybody pit at all for damage or anything, and only one car kind of running at the back of things. And I think who is that? Is that Flavio running way in the back? No, who is that? That number 14 blue on the map I see. That's got to be. Is that Patrick Rich? Did something happen to him? Maybe he went off the track. I don't know. Oh, Patrick's on dry tires. He didn't.
So there was one.
There
So
wasn't.
was
I think.
one.
I think maybe he pit for some reason, and then he put dry tires on, forgetting to check the box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe forgot to click a button.
This is
So
not
that is-
Gran Turismo, people. You don't
That's
get
just-
like 30 seconds to get to your pit box to make decisions on what you're going to do. You're doing it while you're driving to your pit box. So
And that's
You
a
got-
long way around on dry tires.
it is a really long way. That is
to,
for sure.
to make another stop to hopefully get back on the wet tires, because he's going to have no chance unless he comes back in.
Yep. Rafael Rodriguez, that's an AM driver in front of him. And remember, folks, if you look at the mirrors and on the cars, you'll see red, yellow, and blue. Red are for the pros, blue are the pro-ams, and yellow are your AM drivers. There's also a little sticker on the bumper. So it gives the drivers a quick reference as to who's in front of them and if they're fighting them for position. There's a good look from out the windshield. And in case you have not driven in iRacing before, this is the only view you get to race in. You don't get to drive on the hood of the car or from 30 meters behind it, right? You have to drive it inside. And so that rain becomes really difficult, especially if you're really close to somebody. Oh, that rain is right on the edge of the track, folks. The big stuff's about to start dropping, and it's going to make a big difference for these drivers.
Chris, is this the first
Yes,
time?
sir.
Is this the first time we're gonna have like a really heavy rain on GT Champions? Because
I don't know how heavy this is. It's not the super dark green, but
Okay.
it's significantly more than what we're seeing now. Right now, we're seeing a lot of rain falling, right? Like a decent rain. This one is going to be worse. And Tim, is that TJ? Oh, he's got damage to the back of the car, or is that Nick? Or okay. Oh boy.
Yeah,
You were the high
Navarro's
pre teammates out
coming from the
Oh.
back. I haven't seen, as far as the map goes, anybody like sit or drop a bunch of positions. So maybe they
Well,
just have,
something
like, a
happened
little-
with Michael Piccanini because he's all the way back to the back. He was in the pits, so I don't know if he hit something or if he was trying to switch tires. I don't know where Patrick Rich is, but that boy better, if he thinks it's hard to drive on those slick tires now, wait until the rain really starts falling.
He
That's gonna be a
he
mess.
did come into the pits and get. I'm
Nope, he is
assuming
still on
came
the
in-
dry tires.
Did he not? He came into the pits.
I saw Michael Piccanini came in the pits, but I didn't see him. Oh, hang in there. Raphael's going I'm going to take that spot if you don't mind.
Yeah, there is no sense in dry tires with rocky, wet conditions on the track.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's here. I don't know where on the track we're going to see this. I'll zoom in, folks. I'll be your weatherman today. All right, so it's it's up in like sector 2. Here comes the big stuff all the way up there. Wow, oh, that is close, you guys. So yes, sector. Well, let's see. It's after the second chicane. I forget what those last two, the two right-handers are, before you start heading down towards Ascari. But here, right now, is where the rain is, and it's a lot more. Now they're going to get away from a little bit of it. Oh no, actually, it's behind them right now, on the other side of the track. So if you're looking at that track map, folks, up in the top left corner of that track map, that's where all the big rain is, and it's slowly working its way down to covering the whole track. If you can imagine that line there. So, oy vey.
They have survived 10 minutes.
Hey,
Well,
guess
yeah,
what?
but now
I'm
it's-
wearing the exact same jersey as David here.
There you go. Nice. We got to get some jerseys for your other the other high pre guys for sure.
No, and some GT Champions jerseys.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. I want to do that one of these days.
Yes.
Get some GT Champions jerseys. Hang in there. Oof, that is so slippery. Let's see. Mai dropped back. Matthew Mai. Yeah, he did. He went off track earlier, Alex, and maybe he's had a few little challenges trying to handle those wet tires. Patrick Rich stayed out again on the dry tire. I don't know if does he not know how to change them? Maybe that's the case. Maybe he doesn't know how to do that. Somebody needs to jump in and be his race engineer. All right.
He did not select a button.
He did not select.
Probably.
Now, Michael Piccanini's name showed up in all. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is awesome. They're probably like, no, Chris, this is not awesome.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pulling away. They're all running in these little packs of cars. They got a few kind of out by themselves, but everyone else has got a rooster tail in front of them.
Yeah. You want to be in front of whatever you can so that you can have that. Here we go. The Luke Manske teammates. One of those is Luke and Matthew Mai. Oh, hang in there. Oh, this was earlier coming out of the chicane. I remember that. I was like, hey. Nate Kurtzman from California. He's wishing that there was rain there. Actually, I think it was raining there this week. If I... Oh. We're getting all the highlights now, people. Pix has found all of the moves. There we go. For position. Tim Conley on the brakes, trying to get through. Oh, nope. Doesn't make it work. Wow. Yeah. This is an altogether different set of skills that you need to manage this car in the rain. My goodness. Is this going to be just a bunch of turn one overshoots picks? Whoa.
It's a good thing that turn has multiple escape roads.
Yeah, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Oh, somebody got tapped. Wow.
See, isn't it fun?
It's so much fun. You think it's stressful? Like, imagine sitting in the car and having to drive through that. That would be so difficult. Like last night, I gained a whole new respect. I mean, I've done the races before, right? But racing all of the guys that are racing at this level that are trying to race clean, it is hard. In the race I did last night, and I was humbled. I am certainly not the pace of driver that I used to be by sitting here letting all my racing muscles languish in a chair, and just the only muscles getting worked out are my mouth. So
Chris, in what series do you have your most wins in iRacing?
And what's the most wins?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
I would say it's ovals, right?
You know what? I think I know a place where I can look and see. But pardon me. I think as far as like wins go, I've got 5 wins in oval, and that's it.
There you go. You're an oval driver.
Yeah. I do have one road win, but that was before they split the Formula and road cars up. That's how long it's been, people. For those of you that know, that's how long it's been since I've been able to compete in, the official races. But I did only get 3x during that race, so that's not bad. I like this. I'd rather be a clean racer than win every race. I want to be the person everybody knows they can race around, and I'm not going to run into them. Except for maybe the Lamborghini guy hit right at the beginning of the race. I didn't even get an X for that. It was just like a slight bump. But anyway, we'll talk about this race because Mateo here, he said goodbye. I'll see you later. So this is his first race with us. He had registered a few weeks ago. He just wasn't able to make any of the races yet. So we'll see how he does for the season. He's going to have a lot to do if he's going to catch up to Jonathan Schwartz, who's currently running 3rd on the track. But Andre Duna, At what point do we move him to the pro class? Because he's been beating pretty much all of the pro class in every race.
I think we gotta consider that for both Mateo and Andre.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys, yeah, they've got some real pace behind them.
They're teammates.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those VPS, VRS, I forget how they what the name is. Yeah, I think it is. It's VPS. I think they call it it's just VPS Racing Esport. It's actually it's a real life racing team as well. So they have an esports team and a real life racing team. Oh, Alex, yes, that's a lot of water on the track, and it's still going to be doing that for about another 10 minutes. This level of rain, and then it's going to taper off. So it's just a band that's coming through. But the weather radar does say until about another 25 minutes, it's still 100% chance of rain. So I don't think we've had a race this much rain in GT Champions history. I really don't think. Mr. Fleming is running in third. He's the AM leader for the championship. There's plenty to go, right? We still have 5 other rounds after this one. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and share that out, folks. We appreciate you helping us out, getting more people to see the events. It's always nice for the drivers to come back and see all the chats going on with people.
Yeah, Luke
Jordan
Manske
Navarro
running second in the AM class. He's having
Who
his
is?
best race
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
Luke is. Look at that. There he is right there, Luke Manske. Oh, we had to look at him, right?
Right, jinx him. Right, jinx him.
It's
All right,
right.
that's it. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Did we miss Jordan Navarro crashing? Oh, it's just an off track. Okay.
There might be a handful of those today.
A few. Look at that. TJ is being harassed. There's 2 pro drivers right behind him. And coming into Parabolica now. This is a tricky corner. Keep it together.
And not only that, but you have a choice to make. Stay behind the guy to get the slipstream to where you can't see, and then try to pull out at the last minute. Makes it look like you're making a dive move, but I think they just want to be able to see where the corner is.
Yeah, pretty much. Now remember, folks, this is not a fixed setup series. These drivers can set the car up with whatever fuel levels they want, whatever tires they want, whatever suspension and aero changes, and whatever they want to do to the car. It's driver's choice how they respond to each race and everything going on the track in each race. And that's where all the different setup shops really come in handy in iRacing. There's a ton of them. I won't name them. I can name one because they've been our sponsor before, the Makoni guys, right? And the Makoni setup shops have done some stuff, but there's others. There's like, I don't know, there's a bunch. VRS or something like that is one. I think there's Coach Dave Academy has them too.
PDS.
So does what's that one?
PDS.
Oh, PDS. Okay. And then you've got is Garage 61 do those? I don't think they're just telemetry, right? Uh-oh. Somebody's back tire is dragging. He's like, I'm gonna get to the pits. What's it from the car show? I can make it, boss. Let me stay in the game. Oy vey. Wow, yeah, that car is a mess. What happened to him? Jesse crushed the entire left-hand side of that car.
I'm going to take a
Is this
guess
Parabolica?
here. He might have hit a wall.
Yeah, he might have hit oof.
That looked like brake failure.
It
or
looked like,
like no traction failure.
yeah, wow. Yep. Our safety steward, our chief marshal, has said that the track conditions are now moderately wet. So
I believe that the driver we just saw would like to disagree.
he might say it's different. Okay, turn one. Oh, gets the move done, but just barely. Oh, nope. Oh, well, he was ahead before the turn, so he gets to keep the spot, but he's probably going to get a time penalty for cutting the track. Does Tim get a chance to get back at him? There it is.
It's weird to say this,
Wow,
but
look at
now
that.
he
3
has
spots.
dirty tires. That's weird to say, but you're offline, dirty tires, trying to get back up to speed.
Yep.
It's so weird in the rain that you can't. He's trying to go.
Yeah.
They touched, Chris.
So-
They touched.
Didn't
they touched.
now haven't we mentioned that we are keeping a very close eye on the off-track excursions?
We
So
are
might
looking
have
at we are looking
quite
at
a few.
incident points to see kind of how people are doing. Races like this one, um, races like this one is the exact reason why um, we're looking at and not necessarily penalizing people for, but we are keeping an eye on how safe the drivers are being on track. Cutting the track is one thing, but running into people and
Are doing
whoa!
stuff like that.
Ascari takes 2 of them out. Look at that. My goodness. Yeah, these guys, there's no ABS on these cars. So you touch those brakes. If those brakes lock up,
That's it.
yeah, your foot is your anti-lock brake. Oh, look at the puddles showing up on the side of the track.
I mean, right now, David Griffin and Tim Conley have absolutely the best on track. Like they're just keeping it glued to the track. Everyone else, however, has had a few excursions.
They have. Well, some of them may not have ever been to Italy before, and they want to make sure they see everything. So
You gotta explore. Get your money's worth out of it.
well, look at that. Jonathan Schwartz is back up to the lead of the race, it seems, for the pro class. He's just gonna be like, yeah, I'll just keep doing this. Let those pro-am guys in front of me drive away. I don't care. I'm good. That's kind of a weird thing for the pro to be saying, I'll let the pro-am guys just run away with it. I know it makes no sense, but that's just what we're going to be seeing Andre and Matteo in a higher class. If not this season, certainly next season. They've shown their pace.
And this race in particular might be a little bit of a survival race.
Mm-hmm.
It might have had a little shifted gears from competitive to I just want to make it to the end, man.
Yep. Well, Jesse Cortez is in the pits, and he was getting repair work done. And Nate Kurtzman and Jesse both look like they're out. Oh, nope. Nate Kurtzman just came back out on track. So still so far, everybody is still in the race. You know, I noticed
they're getting
we're
pretty
listening
good
in.
at-
What's that?
They're getting pretty good at going off track and coming back on. I've noticed that.
Yep, I think they've just come to the realization that that's just how you do turn one now. You just borrow the rest of the track. You know, I've noticed that we have a whole team missing. A whole team missing right now. The DG guys are all gone. They came for one round and then they all left. I wonder where they went.
Fleming
well.
has smashed something.
He does seem to have a little bit of damage. Little bit of a scuff there on the side of the car. Wow.
I think he's got enough damage that his front tire just locked up.
You know, this rain they say often is the great equalizer. Well, in this case, I think the scales are tipped a little bit too far the other way. This has really been a rough race for several people.
Only
Except
24
for
minutes
Matteo
in,
and
too.
Andre. Here we go. And look at Raphael hanging out there. I love that. He's running in 10th on the track. He's 3rd in the Pro-Am class. Flavio and Jordan Navarro have each gained 11 spots in this race.
Ooh, battling for
Yeah.
that one extra point. Now,
Yeah.
Duna is getting very, very close to a penalty. He is 4 points away, and we are only 25 minutes into the race,
Oh, I
so
didn't even
he's got to
think
start
about
being
that.
careful. And that is out of our control. We have no control. We can't push a button. We can't delete it. We can't do nothing. The
Oh,
sim will decide
yeah.
that they get a drive-through penalty, 17. I think it's after the 17th point. So I think you can
No,
get
when you hit
17.
17.
Oh,
Yeah.
so when you hit 17, okay. So he's only got 3 to play with, and then one more will put him into a penalty box. And we see a few other drivers starting to climb their way up on the penalty points as well. So,
Yeah.
might want
And
to
we're not
start
even
being a
halfway
little
through the
more
race
careful. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
a, it's
still
it's
with,
a tough race.
I mean, Conley's still down there with 1. Like, Griffin's got 2. I mean,
And Tim got that 1X when he went through the chicane at turn 1, I bet. I bet that's when he got it, when he had to drive through that. Look at that. Look at the wheel and look at his gentleness and he's got to put into it. These guys have to be so careful.
you see, you get the straightaway to kind of scratch your nose and go, okay, here we go again. And now he's going to hold his breath for about another lap.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where you take a couple of breaths and then you hold it together. Okay, where are these guys braking? They're braking at like 200 something meters away, which seems pretty accurate considering the car and the track conditions. We're almost out of this heavy band of rain, probably another 3 or 4 minutes. So right about the halfway mark of the race, this big band of rain is going to stop, and we're going to go back to that little drizzle that we had at the beginning. Although the little drizzle at the beginning was significantly shorter than the little drizzle we'll have after. So they're definitely going to be in this wet for the entirety of the race. That is for sure.
And starting to see puddles right there on the curb around all the turns. So now they're avoiding the curb and the turn. They want to try to sort of stay in the middle, so that's changing the line. You see them trying to stay off of the little runoff curbs, which when they're wet
What happened to
is
Jordan?
slick.
Jordan's just going to go right on through, isn't he? Yep, I'm just going to go. Nope.
He made it.
He
Slowly,
saved it.
but he made it.
Uh-oh, what happened to Anthony? P2 in the pro class. Oh, look at that car juking all over the place, trying to figure out how to stop. Nope. Wow.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, no, you can't do that. He's going to get a big whopper of a time slowdown for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're those cones and arrows and little boards, they're there for a
Andre
reason.
Duna's gotten 2 more. He's at 15.
Oh.
Jeez Louise, Andre. I hope now sometimes though that those off-track numbers don't quite match because like on my board I see 14 and on the screen here we see 15. So it all depends.
I think sometimes there are off tracks that they get the slowdown penalty, so it counts, but it doesn't count toward the stop and go. So it's weird. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, that could be it. Fan Persit Sartsuk also has 15 on there. Nate Kurtzman 17, so he obviously either has or will have his drive-through. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh! He was trying to avoid him. That was good. That was great, Thampersit. Good job, man. Like keeping it together.
There have been a lot of pucker.
Whoa! Hello. Hey, welcome to the broadcast, you. Who was that?
This whole race has just been one pucker moment.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, okay, so this will be my drop round.
Yeah, I need oxygen after this one.
No kidding. Look at Rafael Rodriguez still holding out there. All right, so remember the driver we talked about, Jordan Navarro, and I forget who the other one was that had the gained 11 spots in the race. Well, whoever that other one was, nowhere. Jordan Navarro is up 12 laps. 12 positions he's gained. He is 6 positions gained higher than the next person on track. So he is really having a good start of the race. I bet he wished he started sooner. Toby Stoll. Hey, Till, that's one of your old boys right there.
Yep, from my old team.
From your old team, yeah. I do like the livery. It's got a very
Yep.
it's got a very like
Saw
hockey
that one
vibe
coming.
to it. Hey, we can't say it's commentator curse. This is replay. So it wasn't us. It wasn't us. Yeah, Alex made a comment, which is very, very smart. And that is, with these tires and these cars, you got to stay off the paint. You cannot be on the paint and on the curbs. That car is going to go everywhere because of just how slippery it is. All right, I see the radar saying that rain is pretty much slowing down now. It's still going to be 100% till for the next, looks like 35 minutes. So it is definitely going to rain through the whole race, but it's going to start getting patchy areas. We're not going to see a dry line to show up. That's I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I was about to say it's kind of weird. It's looks like the sun was starting to come out in that last corner.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a little bit Florida weather for you, pouring down rain and the sun's out. So
Yep.
Used to that.
It's like Annie is here singing to all these drivers. The sun will come out tomorrow. You're not going to get it today.
Do it, do it
Oh.
tomorrow.
I'm not doing it.
Do
I'm
it.
not doing it.
tomorrow.
I love ya tomorrow.
Yay.
Are we going to get some kind of copyright vielation
No
for singing
way.
that? Do you
No
think
way.
YouTube's going to pick up on us singing that? I know we sound just like her. Anyway. Luke is still running in second. Who's running first in the AMs? Oh, Ratchison is. Okay, there he is.
And Ratchison had a big moment. He had an off moment. Manske's had an off moment. I'm pretty sure Fleming's had a few. Kurtzman has driven at least half of the track backwards at one point.
Backwards. You'll actually get black flagged for that and disqualified for driving backwards. It's not Gran Turismo. You drive backwards for more than like 50 meters, and it's gonna be like you're going the wrong way. You go another 50 meters, it's gonna be like you're out.
For those
Doesn't mess
200
around.
meters, he was facing
slow down,
forward, and then backwards, and then sideways, and then
Ooh. Those look like high pre gloves. Oh, we're on with TJ. He's chasing down. Who's that in front of him? Is that Patrick? Oh, okay. There we go. Teammates, a pro and a pro-am. Does David just let him by?
This view is so scary.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see.
All you
not
see
like
is
you
red
see
lights.
Yeah, and it's not like they light up, really bright, so okay, now he's hitting the brakes.
Yeah, the Porsche is notoriously bad with brake lights. Like they don't create much, guys. Oh,
Bad place to sit.
yeah, he's got to get moving. Oh yeah.
And it looked like they were just trying to be careful, get through there, let's get single file and let's get moving. But it's so hard to not understeer or lose control because you don't want to hit them. It can almost be worse than just racing.
They're not the same class. Had I obviously hindsight's 2020, but if I was David and I knew that the pro guy was behind me, I'd have just let him by, right? So, but it is what it is. They're teammates. They'll sort it out. Alex, drive-through time? Oh, Alex. We reserve those live drive-through moments for something pretty
Yeah,
something significant.
Yeah, a little
Has to
more
be a lot
intentional
worse.
than that. That just looked like he tried to stay underneath him, and unfortunately the back of the car came around. That's why I
Yeah,
said
they just.
sometimes it's trying to be careful can cause you more of a wreck than, just racing.
Mm-hmm.
But look at that. You can't see nothing. He's not pulling out for fresh air. He's pulling out for
Who's that right
scenery.
behind the number 7? In the all black car.
Rodriguez got it slowed down.
Yeah, like let's go on board with inside Alexander's car just to see what it's like driving in the spray of that car in front of me. Look at that. Like, okay, I see a track. So you just move out just a little bit just so you can see where you're going. He's doing it exactly right. You're going to get some slipstream, but you want to stay a little bit out there and then, yep, see, poke your nose out there just so you can see what's going on. It's an art form. You really have to be, ooh, ooh, ooh. Wow, he goes around the outside. That's a tough place to make a move. And now Tobias is going to come back at him underneath. Double right hander.
Very.
Oh, Raphael's got the
sketchy.
view right here. Oh, he almost cut Raphael's nose off right there. Whew.
And now Raphael will lose a spot.
Did he
So
lose a
hard to
spot?
move around. Yeah, I think he just lost the spot in the car
Oh
behind
yeah, he
him.
did. You're right. But that's a different position. That's a pro class. So he hasn't lost a position in his class, just on the track.
All
Raphael's having a
positions
good
matter.
race. In fact, he messaged me. He said, "Hey, I moved my router around in the house, and I'm still hardwired in, so I could try to get a better signal." So far, I haven't seen him have any issues as far as connection issues, so that's good.
I haven't
I hate
seen
to
one
see it when
flicker.
drivers have to deal with that.
I haven't seen one flicker from any car so far today. So that's been good.
I hear yesterday had a little different story about it, so.
Well, there might have been some flickering, but I don't think it was from the actual cars.
Right. That's funny. Look at this. Jordan Navarro's having a pretty good season thus far, you guys. All things considered, there's a lot that happens in these races, but Andre Duna and Lorenzo Sioni are first and second teammates in the championship in the Pro-Am class, and David Griffin and Jordan Navarro and Patrick Rich are 3, 4, and 5, and they're all on a team. So you got VPS Racing Team in first and second, then you got High Pre in third, fourth, and fifth in the championship. So the teams definitely look like they're practicing together. They're sharing details. I feel like that a lot of drivers may not have shared the whole what happens when it rains scenario. that one's been a little bit different.
I think they're all figuring that out right now.
They are.
It
Luke
probably
Manski's
wasn't much
out on
of
the
a
track
team plan.
somewhere. I want to just give a shout out to Luke Manske Racing and Performance, who is our series sponsor for the Porsche Cup. And he's actually doing pretty good out there. He's running second in the AM class, so that's good. And he's got a few drivers out here competing. And remember, folks, the driver in who finishes at the top of the podium at the end of the season, the Luke Manske Racing Team is going to provide all the tools and all the resources necessary for them to run the official qualifiers for the Tag Heuer Porsche Cup in iRacing. So that's pretty awesome. Plus, we have some, I think the pros are going to get a pair of sim racing boots, right? Sim racing shoes. And the pro-ams are going to get a pair of sim racing gloves. And then all three classes are going to get one of the coveted GT Champions winner coins. So all this is possible because of folks like LukeManskiRacing.com and Origin Micro and our other sponsors. I won't say what it is, folks, but we did just sign this week. We signed and got all the financial stuff done for a new sponsor here at GT Champions and a new series that will be coming to Gran Turismo 7 So that will be coming soon, folks. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to announce that picks. That's going to be fun. It really is. I think it's going to be a fun event. There we go. All right. Hey, I see a minor break, but it's not going to be much of anything in the clouds by about the time this race is over. The drivers are probably like, really? Really? Oh. Hey, if this is
Yeah.
any indication, picks, to the race we broadcasted for Envy last night, of what Monza looks like in the rain, because it has a chance of raining in their event next Friday night, right? So we
Yeah.
might be seeing a carbon copy of this race
Yeah,
next Friday night.
I hope the guys are watching.
Yeah, I hope they're watching too, because they're gonna want to know. Inquiring minds.
Well, at least a few of them are in a Porsche, so that might help out those drivers.
This car
did have a few
might as
Audi.
well be a BMW compared to the GT3 Porsche. I mean, it's a totally different car. It drives totally different. The aero is different. The braking, the traction control, all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of similarities. Sounds awesome, but
Well,
it's such a different driving experience.
and I believe Mr. Terrell Lance jumped out of his BMW to actually drive the Porsche, so he might be doing pretty good in that race.
Maybe.
We
Yeah,
did.
it'll
We
be
had a few drivers switch up their cars, so maybe they're learning a new car for the season. That'll make things more interesting for the race.
I'm gonna need
Especially
like
if it
traction control 20 in that Mustang if it rains at this track next Friday. You know, what's interesting is in that race last night, and when I was driving the Mustang, I noticed that as we got towards the end of each stint, I had to put that traction control up just a tick, because it started to feel like I was driving. I was losing the back end under throttle, right? And so I gave it one tick, and it was just enough to kind of keep the thing stable enough for me to be clean with the car. It's a lot of fun. These guys, folks, that some of you, obviously there's plenty of you that go that race in sim sports, and some people that don't. This is not as easy as it looks. It really isn't. There's a lot that goes on, and these pro guys, like the really fast guys, these guys are making changes to their brake bias, their brake pressure, their traction controls, if they're using it at all, and all that kind of stuff in every corner can be different. Like, just to change the balance of the car as they enter a corner. They're that good that now they're making up tenths of a second when they're already like a full second faster than I am on the track, right? Like, they're fighting for those tenths. I'm just fighting to stay on the track still. So, right? So there's a lot of adjustment cars, because there's no traction control ABS, but the brake bias is.
And then also
You can
the different types of cars, like this car, for instance, the fuel tank's in the front, and the Mustang, the fuel tank's in the back. So as you get lighter on fuel, you get less traction out of the rear of the car. Also, the way that it displaces the weight of the car when you throttle up or down, hit the brakes, stuff like that, all that comes into play. And having those little extra buttons on your steering wheel so you can quickly make those adjustments really comes into play. So busy driving.
Yep, it absolutely does. Hey, by the way, Andre Duna to me shows 17 off tracks. He must say 16 on your side, picks, right? I'm thinking I want to see just kind of where we're at. Oh, yeah. If any of that stuff is any indication of how he is suddenly driving, any differently, what was his last couple laps? I'm just curious if he's going slower than he has the last laps, because it looks like there's more cars nearby him back there than maybe earlier. We'll see, but there's what, 15 and a half minutes just about left in this race, and if you get one more X, you get a drive through, he's got to be stressed out. Right? I would be. Yeah, that battle back there with
Dansport
with
has 19.
Jonathan and Anthony is looking pretty fun. Who's this here? Oh, Flavio.
You know, Dansport has 19 off tracks or limits, so not sure if he's gonna have to do a drive-through or if he already did.
Well, one of the things we've noticed is that the
Conley still
that
has
sometimes
one.
it's showing their off tracks as even from the qualifier, right? Like it's a session count or something, right?
I'm
It
still
shouldn't.
shocked that Conley has one.
Oh!
I think you wanted him to turn.
I think so. I'm just checking something on my end. So it says here, so if I'm looking at the entries list in the sim, and it actually shows Andre Duna only has 10 incident points. So it's got to be a combination of maybe qualifier and practice, like for the whole session. Ah, you're right. Okay. Oh, David not having the best race. He went around on that corner last time too when he tangled it up with Tim.
He was doing so well. He was getting closer to Rafael for the podium. He was just a bit quicker. Not anymore.
Yeah, he's hit the front end a few times. I'm sure the toe is pointing in the wrong way.
Maybe. Rafael is definitely having a great race. He's all the way up to P6. He's gained 7 spots. Jordan Navarro still holds the most gains at 12 positions, and he's running 4th in his class.
Yeah, and Rafael's
Actually,
already in the Pro-Am podium already.
Yeah, nice. He's having a really good race. He's like those Williams drivers over the last few seasons. They suck in a dry Formula car, but when it's wet outside, they shine. I just thought that's mean to say. That is mean to say. But now you've got isn't it Carlos Sainz that's now on Williams, right? When
Yep.
he's now at Williams when Hamilton went over to Ferrari. So I'm curious to see what Carlos Sainz is a great race car. Well, they're all great. They're the best ones on the planet. But like Carlos Sainz is a really great race car driver. Oh, someone just shot the chicane. I saw that there in the background. I think that was
Carlos
David
Sainz
Griffin.
Sainz is way better than Lance Stroll. For all you F1 fans, you know that joke.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Sainz already said on his social media, don't expect much from me this season. It's
Nope.
not going to be the same as with Ferrari.
So he's making excuses already. Okay, I see. That's
No,
what you do,
he's
right?
just being
You
realistic. I don't think it's an excuse. Just being realistic.
I know. I'm just messing.
Yeah.
Williams has
I'm excited.
always
A
needed
couple
to
more
up their
weeks.
game.
Is next weekend the first race?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
2 weeks, I think.
So excited.
WEC
Oh, you
started
know what?
already. Super Formula started already. We've got a lot of racing already.
Yeah. Hey, on top of that, I think that the I don't know if any of you have watched, like Hulu and Netflix have all kinds of different documentary series on racing. What is the plural of series of a series of
Series
okay.
is this?
There's a bunch of shows that are about about racing on both of those platforms, and I think the next season of Drive to Survive comes out in like a week or this week on Tuesday.
It's already released.
Is it
I watched
really?
the whole. Yeah. I finished it today.
Already?
Yes.
Oh wow. Till doesn't say much, but when he comes in, he just makes me. He just says, Chris. Clearly, you're not into racing as much as I am because I've watched all. No, I'm teasing you, Till. I'm teasing you. We need to get him a little stuffed owl with like a F1 logo on.
Yes.
Wearing his shirt. He can put it right up there next to his GT Champions winner coin. That yeah. Well, look at that. We got just under 10 minutes left in the race. Matteo is still leading the race. And in the he's pro, right? Yeah, he's pro. Matteo is leading. Oof. Every time I think I'm gonna start talking, it's something in front of me. Just squirrel. So Matteo's leading. Andre Duna is leading the Pro-Am class. He's running second on the track. Jonathan Schwartz is running third on the track, followed by Anthony and Tim Connolly. So that's your top 5 on the track. In the Pro class, it looks like Tim Connolly might actually... Oh, he's tied with Toby Stoll for the most positions gained in the Pro class. So that'll be interesting to see where that ends up. And in case you were wondering, folks, when you go to gtchampions.com, you can go look at all of the race results. We have them all there so that you can... Whoa! Andre, how many more of those you gonna get, dude? You only gotta go 10 more minutes. Just hold it together. Hold it together. That gives him 11. So he'll be able to make it.
I don't know. He had quite a few in the first 15 minutes of the race, so hopefully the last 15 will be a little bit different.
Yeah, let's hope so. David Griffin back in 4th. He's 10th on the track, 4th in his class. But there's Jarmo. I've seen his car a couple of times during the race, and nothing really eventful. So he seems to be having a decent race. Yeah, he's having a pretty good race. Some of these guys clearly have shown that they've practiced, right?
Jamie is back on the podium.
Way to go, Jamie. Back up there. He had to gain one more spot to get there. How far away is he from the next?
Wow. Now I gotta
he's
know.
away.
Kurtzman has 33. 33 incident points or off tracks or excursions or.
Now it's 34. It just clicked over again.
I mean, this man might as well just stop and get a hot dog.
Well, whoa. Oh my gosh. Go back. I want to see it again. Were they just dancing together? There we go. He's gonna... Ooh, look, speed bumps. Let's go over these speed bumps. Whoa. Well, is that an off track when all 4 wheels are in the air like we saw it at Long Beach? Remember Jordan Navarro was the only car to actually have all 4 wheels leave the track when he went upside down. Right now it says Nate Kurtzman has the highest number of incident points at 34, and then Fan Persit at 26. There's about 6 people in the 20s.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Of course, there we go. Oh, very interesting race. This has been, well, let's just say this. When we sit down and do the interviews, I'm sure people are going to be like, what's wrong with you people giving us rain in a car with no ABS? This is for position right here, isn't it?
I mean, the good news is the rest of the season gets way easier, right? I mean, right?
Sure. We don't know. We don't know what can happen. I know what can happen, and they're all in there, but...
Well, you got turn 1 wrong today, so, I mean, you don't even know.
You're right. You're right. Well, there is only a 0.5, so 0.5% chance of rain at Barcelona next weekend. Wait a minute. Is that next weekend? I think we're doing another... We are racing next weekend, too, I think. We'll talk about that later. But those were your prizes that you saw there. Look at these 3. Yeah, Barcelona. Whoa! Okay, Mr. 51, you've got leaders in another class right behind you. Oh. This is for 4th place in the pro class right here. They're a long ways from TJ, who's in 3rd. I like it when TJ's on the podium. I like it when anybody's on the podium, but I like his interviews. He's just got like such a cool rhythm to how he talks. I'm not sure why. It's way better than listening to Fry all the time.
Yeah, no
Tim
doubt
Connolly.
there.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Of course,
Ratchison.
he might
gonna
not
get a
have as
win.
much energy after doing this.
He might not. I was painting until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up 7 hours later to do for this broadcast. But there's the move. There's still 4 minutes left. They're gonna have another lap or 2 actually. On the brakes. On the brakes. Oh no! Toby outbroke himself there. He was trying to get it together. Wow, that's a huge loss of time. Look at that.
Yeah, he should have just taken an escape road on that one.
Leon's like, thank you very much. And he's like, I'm out. Uh-oh. Why is Flavio pitting? Did he get a drive-through? He's got 25 incident points, so it's
Yeah, there's a
every
good
8.
chance of
It's
that.
every 8. So yeah, it's every 8 after you get 17. So yeah, he probably got a drive-through. Oof.
Oh, yeah. Locked up the front tires.
Here we go. Ratchison trying to. That's Ratchison, right? Kitsunicorn. So he's got plenty of time. There is not another guy for like 40 seconds. So he just has to get around the track and not, go over any incident points, and he should be fine.
Now, so far, he's been one of the better ones out of the AM drivers, so he's at least got some breathing room on the other drivers.
There we go. So Jonathan Schwartz is going to win this race again by the looks of things. In his class, yeah. Mateo and Andre kicked his trash. Let's put it this way. Jonathan is 6 seconds behind Andre Duna, who's the Pro-Am leader. And Andre is 19 seconds from the race leader. Like, they clearly have the rain figured out in their cars. Two minutes. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Mr. or Mrs. Setzinger. I see giving a shout out to Mr. Leon, who gets that 4th spot. Now you just got to keep it together and take it home. So you're gonna have one more lap after this to get it done, depending on when the leader hits. See, the leaders coming to Parabolica now, aren't they? So we got how many minutes left? Yeah, this might be the white. This should be the white flag when the leader comes across. Michael Piccanini. I really like him. If I've interviewed him before, he's just a cool guy, And when you see him on track, he's just you can drive around him. He's not a guy that's going to drive you, off the track. Like he races. Oh, hang in there, Mateo. Don't get too excited. You only got to do this one more time. Uh-oh. 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 Well, he was. I like his car number. He picked that one right.
And yeah, that's how you're supposed to go through there.
Yeah, not like what's his name did. Oh my gosh. All right, this should be the white flag lap for everybody, because there's only 20 seconds left in, and the leader's already crossed the line. So this wow, Tobias really catch back up to him already?
He's right
I
there.
think these guys are gonna have to do one more lap because they're
He's about as close to close as he can get. See what I did there?
Yep. Oh, look at that! They're worth. Okay, it does. I do see that there were 3 people that were black flagged. It shows it in my stuff.
Tobias looking, going for the outbreak again.
Oh!
Taking the
Oh
escape
no!
road.
A slowdown for Leon. The German battle for P4. The battles are battling. Alex Velasco says, like, yeah, they are. Whew. Let's see. P1's coming around Parabrolica right now. Is this a checker flag for him? I think so. Way to go, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Mateo shows up, gets the race win and the class win. That's one way to do it. That's definitely one way to do it. Nice job, Mateo. And his teammate, whoa. His teammate, there he is. Andre Duna is going to come home second in his class and second on track. It's a VPS 1 and 2. Not too shabby. That's a good way to start out to do a race, I like to think, anyway. Not too bad. Anthony Lamar is going to come home. Where's Jonathan Schwartz? Did he already cross the line? He must have.
Yeah, Schwartz crossed.
And there, so Anthony's going to come home with P2. Anthony finished on the podium last race and then unfortunately lost a spot there, but shows back up, puts his car on the podium again. So smart. And TJ's going to get a podium out of this deal. Way better than last race. No, wait, or no, it was Silverstone is the one I was referring to. He was on point for second place there. And Tobias comes home fourth. Where is Ratchison? Is he already come across? David Griffin, fourth place. Not bad. There is Jordan Navarro. Another top 5 finish for Jordan. Not too shabby. And there's our AM leader way back there, that fourth car back there. That's Ratchison. And he'll be taking the checkered flag here for the AM class. Not bad, dude. Not bad at all.
I wonder if they're going to do burnouts after the victory.
Well, of course they will. I don't know. It won't be too smoky.
Right.
That much I can say.
At this point, I bet you they're just like, get me off this track. Get me. I don't care.
That's funny. I'm working on it, sir.
I guarantee you there are a lot of drivers who are just happy to be done and probably want to go drive their real car on a dry street just because.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go run errands. Don't have any. I'm going to go make some.
Well, the Pro-Am leader and is also going to be on the podium, so we won't have as many folks in our broadcast booth today. They're going to be doing a couple of roles, but not bad. I'm sorry, Fry. I interrupted you.
Oh, good. So our overall guy was Mateo in the pro class or a Pro-Am class. So he beat out our pro drivers. That's pretty impressive. We might have to have a few move up into class promotions going on.
We'll have to, we'll have to
So
see how that goes.
Mateo takes the overall victory. Andre Duna in second. Jonathan Schwartz in third. Anthony Lamer in fourth. Tim Conley in fifth. Rafael Rodriguez sixth. Toby Stoll in seventh. Leon Close in eighth. David Griffin in ninth. And Alexander Tite in 10th. Jordan Navarro, 11th. Jarmo in 12th. Ratchison in 13th. Trinicorn, we put them all three
More.
in right there together. 14th, Matthew Mai in 15th, Flavio in 16th, Jamie Fleming in 17th, Luke Manske in 18th, Michael Piccanini in 19th, and Nick Della Rosa in 20th. Need to get Jordan needs to get with Nick and get him back up to speed.
There you go.
Thansprit in 21st, Patrick Rich 22nd, Nate Kurtzman, who will be very happy to never come back to this wet track, in 23rd, and Jesse Cortez in 24th.
Hey,
Hey,
Ratchison, congratulations,
yeah,
buddy.
yeah. It's really
Wow.
fun race.
Really? You're not just saying that. That's
Yeah,
super.
I know I have a lot of mistakes, but I really like to drive in the rain. Yeah,
You
just have
do?
like Daytona flashback. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, it seemed like the beginning part of the race, I really was concerned about turn one, but everyone got through there pretty clean. I didn't see anybody spinning around or anything. But man, what a great race to get through, man. You kind of stuck it out there up at the front and kind of held it together the whole time. You gained I'm sorry, you lost a few spots since the start of the race, but those were to higher class drivers. But I think did you start pole position for AMs?
Yeah.
I think you were the highest AM driver on track at the start. So nice job, dude.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you made the car handle really well in the rain. I think just about everybody went off the track somewhere along the line once or twice. What's it like trying to break that car down in the wet?
Yeah. The drive about Porsche Cup in the rain is like a drive a Supercar V8. I just feel like that.
Okay, so really hard to drive is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, man. Any shout outs?
Yeah. I'm really thank you to everyone. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Congratulations, buddy. Good job. All right, let's see. Tim Connolly's not here, but he's got oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. We're going to Jonathan Schwartz. We're gonna do things a little out of order. Jonathan, nope, nope. He was on yeah, he got P1 in Pro. Right, I understood. So anyway, Jonathan,
Hey guys.
hey. So how'd it go?
Yeah, I have some mixed feelings about this, just like the mixed conditions. I mean, I was so happy to get pole. I was so comfortable in practice with the setup that we were running. Really worked on that for a good amount of time, like solid like 2 hours even before the session opened. Just really trying to nail those braking zones. And then I was like, I saw the 7% chance, and I was like, oh, nothing to worry about. So
Mhm.
really, really disappointed to see that go up to 100. I've never been. I wouldn't say I dislike the rain, but I can't ever get comfortable. And it's not even because of the rain. It's just the fact that every lap it's raining more or raining less, and so it's constantly adjusting. If it was like static rain, I feel like that would even be better, but it's just such a challenge, and like you want to keep pushing every lap to try to find some time, but if you break at the same point as you did the last lap, then something else will happen, or there'll be a new puddle forming. So just constantly adapting is so difficult. So huge shout out to Andre and Mateo for being able to pull out the pace that they did. Really impressive. Um, Only thing I wish I had done was put on more wing. I just saw those guys were being able to especially do turn one and the Lesmos particularly well, and I just could not get the rotation needed. So I got a few more slowdowns than I would have liked, but uh, yeah, going starting on the pole and finishing third, definitely not the happiest. But I know it could have been much worse. So I guess overall, I'm content.
Awesome. Um, well, it's a good start. It's a good track to be at. I don't think you've done anything less than scoring a win. No, wait a minute. I'll have to think about that one because I feel like there was an issue with one. You've had 2 wins and 4 podiums. But in your class, I think you've won every race that you've been in, right? Except for today.
I thought maybe Nürburgring. I think Rory might have won. I don't know if he was in the same class or not, but otherwise, I've been trying to be up there. So that's all I know.
Well, you did good, man. Nice job.
Yeah, well, definitely excited to see the broadcast, see how crazy that looked, but appreciate it.
Let me tell you, it's crazy. That's what I'm going to tell you. But it
Thanks
was
for
a
that.
great race. So good job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Any shout outs before we go talk to the two drivers that are faster than you?
Oh yes. Well, I
Of
guess the
the
only shout out
season.
shout out I have is to Santa. I guess it's an early Christmas or something. I see Mateo has a nice Santa profile, so maybe early Merry Christmas is my shout out.
Awesome. Yeah, congratulations, man. Good job. Hey, hey, Andre.
Hi guys.
Hey, what's going on, man? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Either slow down or I'm putting you into a lower bracket or higher bracket.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very hard race. Just keeping it on the road, but I think I managed.
Well, you did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. I mean, you got through. You got out where you could be out in front of people and not having to drive in the spray the whole time, and that in a race like this has its advantages. Did you practice any of the wet racing?
Well, I did like 10 or 12 laps on Wednesday, but other than that, nothing.
Okay. Well, you seem to have it figured out, so that's good. What how'd the
Yeah,
race go for you anyway?
I mean, the start was pretty okay. I tried staying close to Matteo, but for the first few laps I managed to do that, but after the 10th or so he just was making less mistakes than me, so he just went away a second on the lap or more.
That's kind of how car racing works, right? The people that make the least amount of mistakes usually finish at the top of the pile.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's I mean on wet, I think that's the principle of winning.
well, you brought a real powerhouse to the series. That was his first race, and we'll talk to him about that in a second. But you've finished really, really well in every single race so far, man. So that's pretty awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Wow. All right. Any final words before we go talk to the race winner?
Well, I want to congratulate Matteo and Flavio, my teammates, and thank my team VPS. That's all.
Nice. Congrats, buddy. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. So Mateo's new here. So that's that's one way to show up to your first race, Mateo.
Hello guys, thanks.
Good job, dude. I figured you were going to be pretty quick. We looked at your I rating, right? You're not going to be a guy that's going to have a rating that high and not be at least have a good pace. Um, how'd this race go for you? What were your expectations coming
Um,
into it, and where you ended up?
to be honest, I didn't know it was raining until quali, I think, or like 10 minutes before quali. So I started practicing it like just 2-3 laps, 10 minutes before quali. Otherwise, it was only dry training. But it ended up well. I started P2 and I overtook quickly John. Then I just cruised my pace, and it was really fun to drive on rain. And yeah, space was there, so it was cool.
Awesome. Well, you did pretty good, man. I mean, if I was going to show up in any series and finish a race like that, that's a good start. It might be tough to catch the rest of the pros by the end of the season, but you never know. There is a drop round, so everybody is going to be dropping their lowest performing round. If you come back and win every single race, well, it'll just make it exciting. That's for sure.
Yeah, mate. Sure.
That's awesome. Well, during the start of the race, I was super concerned about how turn one was going to work, right? I mean, it's Monza. We all know just how brave everybody gets trying to win the race there on the first lap. But everyone got through there pretty great. Everyone took their time and were patient through there. And you were side by side with, who was that you were side by side with? Was that Andre?
I think
No,
it
it was
Andre. Or John, maybe.
I think it was John. And you guys are just like side by side all the way through there, super clean, super respectful. I love seeing that. So good job, man. That was great.
Thanks.
Well, any final words before we let you go off and pop some champagne, celebrate with your team?
I would like to congratulate John as well and Andre. It was a fun race with them.
Awesome. Well, good job, man.
Thanks.
Congratulations. All right. Well, you take care of yourself and go enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you next week when we get to Barcelona, which if the 0.5% chance of rain matches anything like what we just saw, the 8% chance of rain, we should still get rain, it would seem. So be prepared, I guess, is what I'm saying. So awesome. Anyway, congrats. All right. Wow, that was a race. That I was really happy, Pix. Fry, what about you? I mean, I was super happy with how the drivers handled that first lap in those conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's expected, like I knew they all would, because I have confidence in these drivers to make it through turn one in rainy conditions at Monza. Also, yeah, that was a long shot bet, but anyway, it paid off.
Yeah, it did. That was
But
pretty good.
that rain was a game changer for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I won't throw my hand up on this one. I'm not the best rain driver either. I would like to see dry conditions. I feel like people get a little braver, or can get. But man, what a good race! Just everybody trying not to hit each other, keep it on track, and make it to the end. So it was a good survival race.
Yeah, it took a lot of I think it took a lot of people by surprise. It took me by surprise. I was thinking an 8% chance of rain. That would be uh-oh, what happened? Oh. Oh. Oh.
What a save!
That was a great save. Is that Jordan?
Wow.
Nick de la Rosa.
Oh, that's Nick De La Rosa. Okay, so he's on the brakes. Oh, it was a tap. Oh, Michael Piccinini bumped him. But my guess is that was a good save. I think Michael Piccinini was probably on the brakes and he got really good braking on the left-hand tires. The right-hand tires not so much, and just leaned right over to him. But wow, that was wild, guys. That really was. Well, awesome. We did it. It's another one in the books. We finished round 4. We've got 5 more to go. And we'll be able to award the boots and the gloves and the coins and who gets that ride from the Luke Manske racing team into the Tag Heuer Porsche Cup qualifiers. So wow, that's going to be some kind of fun. I bet you Luke is probably pretty happy with what's going on here. I mean, granted, we are about half the size of the field that we had on the first race, which I think is probably what spooks some people. They're like, I don't want to race around 40 other cars, you know. But still, a good 24 cars on the track, especially in a rainy track like right now. I think that was great, right? It gave everybody a real good chance at doing stuff. But yeah, those are the prizes right there. Those shoes, I don't know. I've been racing in socks for so long. I gotta wonder, what is it like to have something on your feet when you're racing like that? Sim racing, real racing is different. You want them because it gets freaking hot down by them pedals. I'll tell you what, man, your feet are on fire. Nice pair of sim racing gloves, and of course the beautiful GT Champions winter coin. It's gonna be pretty awesome. See, Fry, what would you do with a pair of the boots? Would you wear them?
Generally, everybody knows I'm on controller now, but I still wear my slippers. I gotta have something on my feet when I'm racing. I can't just wear socks.
He'd
So,
wear the
so
he'd wear the
for
boots on his hands.
I was gonna
yes,
say he can wear the boots on his thumbs. We can get him little.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I would wear the shoes and still drive on controller. That way, I have something comfortable on my feet.
Only Fry. That's an only Fry moment.
Yeah,
That really is a fry move for sure. That'd be
and I'm
awesome.
telling you, when we do like our 2 hour race that we will be doing this evening, I will have my slippers on my feet because without them, I don't feel comfortable driving. I feel like I gotta have something on my feet.
I
So
can
if you're on a
understand that.
rig, yeah, so if you're on a rig and you're used to like maybe wearing some flip-flops or you got your socks on, get a pair of them shoes. I guarantee
There you
that's gonna
go.
be more comfortable for you.
Well, yeah, you mentioned it. Tonight is round 9 of uh, 12 rounds. And normally, folks, we would be having a broadcast of this race, but our broadcast team, some schedule conflicts arise, and we're not going to be able to broadcast this one live this evening like we normally do. However, we are working on a way to have a replay of the race done. So we'll let you folks know. Just make sure you've liked it, you've subscribed, and hit the little bell so the next time we go live, your phone or your computer gets a little ding and an alert to let you know when we're doing it or when it gets scheduled. So keep an eye out for that. And then we've still got it's about a month. It's in about another month is the final MX5 race too. So that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. So
April
stay
12th.
tuned for that. But Barcelona next weekend, 0.5% chance of rain. So I guess if we go by today's standards, it'll still rain. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Barcelona is a fun track. That really long front stretch, kind of like Monza, and then not quite as hard of a turn one. So with plenty of runoff. So we'll see how that plays out for the drivers next week as we get there for round 5. Then after that, we're going to take a 1-week break. And because the following weekend is going to be the 12-hour of Sebring, and so we're going to take a break that weekend, let everybody practice for the official iRacing 12-hour Sebring event, which probably yours truly will be participating in with the team. And then we'll be back to hit Imola, Bathurst, Interlagos, and finally at Spa. So yeah, we got a nice packed calendar for the rest of the season. It's going to be a lot of fun. Loads of fun. Okay, picks. What did you think of today's race?
I love rain. I love rain in iRacing. I love how it looks, and I don't drive as much as I would love to drive, but I like driving in the rain, and so to me this was so good, so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And we had a bunch of
it.
battles. Yeah, the rain doesn't help to some drivers. It's not the ideal. I mean, it looks great, but it's not the ideal. But we still had a few battles on track, and that was fun.
Yeah, we sure did. Hey, Till, what did you think, buddy? Did you like this race in the rain in this car? Because I thought it was pretty awesome.
I want to see more rain races. Maybe
Well,
snow.
Snow.
Oh, it's so much. It's so much fun to see the cars on the limit in this condition.
Oh my goodness,
I think
funny, man.
I think Till wants to go back to some of the ice tracks
really?
on Gran Turismo.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate you all being here and having a good time with us, and hopefully you enjoyed the podcast as much as we did and the race. And a big shout out again to our folks at Origin Micro, our global sponsor here for GT Champions. Make sure to check them out, folks. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit them up. The president of the company is actually in the Discord, where you can send them a message and chit chat with them. Same thing with Luke Manske. So you can reach out to both of those folks and talk to them, ask them questions. But anyway, hit up the Origin Micro people, tell them GT Champions sent you, and figure out if you need anything that they got from if you have a home office. And we've been talking about how we're going to have some system setups for people to buy on like a special rate for GT Champion stuff. And as much as I want them to just give us something so that we can have people buy it right now, I do love and appreciate that Don, who's the president of Origin Micro, he is taking his time to make sure he gets the right setup, right? He's trying to make sure it's going to be a good quality thing, not just something to throw out there because they're the sponsors. He really cares about making sure people are happy with what they're going to be getting. So I'd rather wait just a little bit longer to have something that's just right than just throwing something out there. And he agrees. So yay team. We'll take it together. So thanks. OriginMicro.com. Go check him out. Also, of course, Mr. Luke Manske's Racing and Performance. Thanks for sponsoring this Porsche Cup. It's wildly popular. It's going to be a huge amount of fun watching the rest of these races. But go check him out, because this guy puts together all kinds of custom curated like sim racing equipment and real life racing stuff. So go check out his the newly reformed LukeManskeRacing.com and go check out what he has to offer out there. I think you're gonna like it. So thanks, Luke.
And pretty soon people are going to be able to get their gaming PC, a nice deal on a gaming PC with Origin Micro, and then have Luke Manske build a rig for them.
There you go. Well, right. I told Luke, I'm like, hey, if you need to take like the front end of a Ferrari and fit a sim rig into it or whatever, and you need a place for it to go, I'll drive over there and get it. I'll grab a U-Haul and I'll come get it. Just let me know.
Yeah, maybe he can build you a rig in one of those little kiddie beds that have the car shape.
Little battery car.
The car shape.
I don't think I would fit in one of those, and if I did, I think even the plastic wheels would pop. So probably not.
Luke is so good, he can make it fit for you.
Chris, there is video of you driving that car in the Discord.
There is not.
Saw that, so
there is not.
I haven't seen it, but maybe we need to get it on socials.
No, we do not. We do not need to get it anywhere. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop it. Awesome. Anyway, go check him out. LukeManskeRacing.com. All right, folks, I think that's going to be it for us. That's me, Chris, taking care of all the commentary here and at GT Champions. And Jason, also known as Fry. Thanks, buddy, for hanging out with us until always like having him around too. Picks, great job again on finding all the action on the track and keeping us all engaged. We appreciate that. And of course, Eton out there championing, I said it, championing GT Champions to the world and his circle of folks. So we appreciate you. Yes, sir.
I want to give Chris a huge shout out and a huge thank you, because this week he has been, every week he's hard at work on GT Champions stuff, but this week he has been managing the transition from the previous server, from GT Champions, Gran Turismo stuff, to now one single Discord server, plus talking with sponsors, plus doing admin stuff. Chris, huge shout out to you. A big thank you for everything, because every week, every month, for now a few years, you have been giving so much of your time to the project, and which is basically giving your time for something for the drivers, so that drivers can have something to have fun, something to join a community, to take out some of the stress of real life, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks. I mean, it's it takes time, but it's definitely not something that's not rewarding. It's so much fun to do. So yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Yeah, and the words that Teal just typed on the chat is describe perfectly what you've been doing for this year. So thank you. And I think the best example is that the how people appreciate it and come, and Nathan appreciates it, and that's how we're all here. So big shout out to you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It's a team effort. It takes a lot, folks. And in case you don't know, I ask Pix to do a lot of stuff, and he helps me out. So shout out to you too, man. It wouldn't happen without the two of us working together as hard as we do, and the rest of the staff who helps us out. It's pretty awesome.
Agreed.
Sure.
Agreed.
Awesome.
All right, well, let's say goodbye because Fry is. I can hear Fry's tears coming down his cheeks.
Okay, well then, bye everybody. We'll see you next time around.
Honey, I'll see you next time.
Bye, too. I miss you guys. I'll see you in a week.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.